let's get this show on the road. A rematch here. First, gonna have our players introduced. In the bottom left, undefeated for the longest time, but bleeding now finally, the Emperor from Russia. It's Happy. Philanthropist, billionaire, legend. In the top right, from Croatia, it's RaZZoRMaN.
We were talking about this in one of the previous days. It feels like everybody has lost to RaZZoRMaN once or twice. And you were saying that Happy has as well. Do you remember the game specifically, or?
I definitely saw one game on ladder where it happened, on Happy stream, maybe even two. And it may have happened one map in a cup, but I'm not sure about that. But I definitely saw it once on ladder. Yeah, if the attack comes in, the hyper aggression, which nobody does, and you're not immediately ready, and you underestimate the opponent's name, which easily you can do, and you're like, what can he really do with 2 Grunts, a Raider, a Shadow Hunter level 1, and a Farseer level 1? Doesn't seem dangerous, but suddenly, Fiend is dead, TP is lost, maybe you move out on the map, you don't have a TP anymore, the hero dies. It can quickly spiral out of control, and yeah, you need to make sure you don't fall to this over-aggression. In fact, we saw Happy seemingly taking great care not to do that in their previous match, where, for example, he went blindly into towers to make sure he has his defenses secured.
I think what gets a lot of people when they play against RaZZoRMaN is that when he does that attack with the Shadow Hunter, like you said, sometimes he'll just like dive you really, really hard, put your hero low on hit points, force you to TP out, and as a habit, you always TP out at the last second. But because he's already in your base, after the Town Portal goes through, he's already there to finish you off. And then after he's made you use Town Portal plus kill your hero, you have to remake your hero. But then he's going Raider, so he just clicks on your altar, and look at where the altar is placed for Happy. So of course, it doesn't mean necessarily this will come into play, but it could. Like, the altar is literally like the most at the front building that we see here from Happy in this game.
Yeah,
imagine if it's the Prophecy and he kills it.
Could definitely be dangerous if a hero goes down. But the prime objective here for Happy early will be not to lose the hero. And for that, one item specifically important, especially against RaZZoRMaN, is the Invul Potion at the shop. The shop is very close to your main base here on Concealed Hill. So maybe RaZZoRMaN should try to steal that Invul away, but it would only be a deny purchase, because RaZZoRMan's heroes will never be in danger of dying, with Grunts and Raiders in the front line at all times. If the heroes ever are in danger of dying, he's pretty much lost already. Speaking of keeping the hero safe, by the way, this cloak might actually come in handy.
Yeah. Actually, especially like, if you don't know the opponent has it, you don't buy dust, then it's always so nice to be able to just kind of hide. The fact that he works during day now is also super useful. That wolf, by the way, of RaZZoRMaN killed 2 skeletons. That's pretty nice. Get a bit of extra experience.
And RaZZoRMaN is creeping up to level 2, dude. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? What the hell's happening here? It's creeping up even more. Big last hit here.
Who gets the Death Knight coming in?
Oh, secures it.
Don't even think about it. Trying to go for the grunt.
Players' forces are under attack.
Saves it though. And RaZZoRMaN here ahead in experience by a little bit at the moment. That good amount of skeletons threatening these wolves. Very few grunts here out early so far. Skeleton makes sure the grunt doesn't heal up at the fountain. Pretty damn tame early game here, considering we're in a RaZZoRMaN game.
Yeah. Happy is probably content with being able to creep this much. Like, once you can get to 2.5, usually you can easily go into level 3 shortly. If I tries to go for a surround on the grunt here, RaZZoRMaN, he doesn't care. He's like, surround me, please. I can click on your Death Knight even more. There's the one coil. It just keeps walking out on the surround. I can't believe Happy's trying to surround with these little hit points. Like, RaZZoRMaN is... He loves that.
I think Happy's playing a little too flashy here. Getting a grunt is okay, but keeping your HP high against RaZZoRMaN is also really important. You could, in theory, go to the fountain to heal, but then you're far away from creeping anything. Wow, look at Happy. Oh my god. Teching tier 3 on 22 supply, delaying the Lich. This looks all quite risky.
Yeah, it's not gonna have too many units. Obviously, the goal is to get the orb on the Lich as soon as possible in this game and then be able to fight super effectively. We saw how Frost Armor... I think Frost Armor has been one of the biggest game changer in this matchup, by the way. For the longest time, It was all about that Nova Dark Ritual, and then Undead started using Frost Armor more and more, and understood its true power, and it's a super helpful spell to have. Especially against somebody like RaZZoRMaN who plays so aggressive.
I absolutely agree. In fact, Frost Armor has been finding its way into many other matchups. Against Nihilov nowadays, it's very effective. Against Human, it has been for a long time. Especially Knights, Footmen.
Yeah.
And even in Undead Mirror, Happy plays Frost Armor nowadays. I'm still not sure if it's better. In their most recent encounter against Xlord, it was Xlord not going Frost Armor. Xlord came out on top. Don't want to put that win all down on the Frost Armor, but yeah, they're not 100% sold yet. We have the tower here by Happy, by the way. The Lich is now out. Third Fiend coming in. Soon statues will be joining, but the expansion is coming up across the map again. So once more, it's the same build by RaZZoRMaN.
This is so interesting. This might be the only one opponent where Happy gets this tower like this. Like, this makes me think of, like, you know, a 2v2 build or FFA build where, like, you're worried that multiple people might attack you, so you need to be ready back at home. He's playing super paranoid, and to be honest, technically on paper, like, this is good against aggression, but this is bad against somebody that's expanding. Because against somebody that's expanding, you want to have more units to be able to attack. But Happy knows that this timing is coming. He's already sitting at home. I think I would like RaZZoRMaN not to take this fight. We've seen before when he overcommits here, he just is not able to achieve much, and I don't think this time will be any different.
Not using any Frost Armor. Does he have no? Oh, he does have Nova first. Whoa. That's so surprising. Your opponent has a lot of Raiders and Grunts. Frost Armor would be super effective. But I guess Happy feels as long as he's sitting in his base, he doesn't need Frost Armor. He is strong enough with the backup of the Blight and Towers. But moving out on the map without Frost Armor is very hard. And speaking of moving out on the map, this expansion, since Happy can't go out on the map and it's so far away, is actually finishing. Much better than the previous game.
I was wondering if you might get a Zap here. Golem about to die. The experience will go to RaZZoRMaN. He speed scrolls. I think he's just going to get out of there. This Grunt probably going to fall in the process. But yeah, expansion will be going up. And behind this, we have a lot of Raiders now being made. And Happy, I think this is a time in the game here where it's good for him to creep, just get a little bit of extra golds, try and get to 50 supply, and then hit a timing on that expansion of RaZZoRMaN as it starts mining, before it can completely kick into overdrive and go out of control with the production.
Happy's hitting a lot of power spikes here as well. He's going to have the Orb of Corruption coming in any second. I like that he keeps the ring. As we pointed out before, RaZZoRMaN loves going for hero focus. The ring will help. We have the Orb now, but no third hero yet. Destroyer not quite finished yet, but RaZZoRMaN isn't sure when that all might be coming in. And will not engage into a fight here.
I don't know why he didn't drop a Sentry Ward here. Some vision on this side would have been really nice. He should try and delay the fight here. Maybe go through the rights. If he engages too early, it's going to be pretty bad. Like right now, Happy is really combat ready. 41 supply against 48. Here we go. RaZZoRMaN goes in, resummons Wolves, uses Speed Scroll instantly. That one Raider is going to fall very quickly. He tries to go for the Death Knights, but there is that one ring plus Frost Armor on him. He has plus 6 armor.
It's a lot of units going down for this. The DK is going to have to TP out in the end, but that was such a good trade for Happy. What was that? 3 Raiders and a Grunt. Just for a TP. He's going to buy a heal pot, buy a TP, and go right back north.
Yeah, and behind is those Grunts are injured here for RaZZoRMaN, and he can't heal them because his shop is so far away. It's like all the way on the right side. So he can't even go there. He can't go to the fountain because it's daylight. That Kodo tanking some of the piercing shot from the creeps here, taking some damage as well. Death Knight's on less than half hit points, but he has the 1 potion. And with Frost Armor, we saw how he doesn't really take any or like much damage from this army.
Windrider coming in here is pretty cute. I think there's no web out yet. Happy would like to get to the shop for the invul, and RaZZoRMan's trying to prevent it. Ensnare again. Focus on the Farseer. Coil drops him very low, and Nova could be his end. Lich doesn't quite have the mana yet. Kodo even got over Devour. Another Destroyer being morphed. No more statues on the ground. Gets rid of the Hexa as well. Lots of damage now from these Destroyers. Oh, the Kodo beats on 4 HP. Just barely surviving. Aggressive Coils by Happy. Much more than we usually see. And the DK, in fact, is out of mana now. There's no statues here, but also very little army left for RaZZoRMaN. And that could be the invul potion now for Happy. He gets it from the shop and does move north towards the peons where the expansion is very exposed. No burrows of any kind to protect them.
Yeah, usually this is the part where Orc would just sit back a little bit, try and heal his units, but again, that shop is not in his main base, so RaZZoRMaN unable to use that. He had the Rejuvenation Potion, popped that on the Farseer. That Talisman of Evasion has been almost completely useless, by the way, this game. I feel like he should have sold that to try and get more units.
Now that web is finished, these Wind Riders don't do much anymore. Nova follow-up Lich, level 3 already. DK is level 4. If he wants to play it safe, he can go Death Pact now, and then good luck killing off these heroes. Wyvern coming in, getting sniped one after the next. So is the Kodo. RaZZoRMaN down to 39. Excuse me, 35 supply. Hero kill the only option. Looking at the DK, who does not have Death Pact, by the way, but still the Invul in the aura also here helping out for the healing. The Farseer in trouble. Will he get away? The right click's coming through. Has to TP out. More wolves taken out. More experience for Happy. And now a statue is back. And with that, suddenly a lot of healing again for the Undead Army.
I think you can call your hairdresser and cancel the appointment, Remo, because right now Happy is looking pretty good in this matchup. Feels like it's not even close.
Yeah, it looked a little scary with that expansion finishing. But as you said, it's going to be quite a while before it actually pays off. And Happy came in with a deadly punch before it did. So it turns out an expo cancel isn't even required as long as the rest of Happy's play is on par execution-wise. And of course, usually it always is. That's the expo going down. The Orc now stuck on one base income with inferior heroes, inferior tech, and inferior army. And Happy looking to close out this game number 1.
I think if RaZZoRMaN wants to expand like this, he just can't make his shop out on the map.
Alright, one last message there towards the end. That's the GG. And the 104, Happy.
No surprise yet. And Happy takes off the pick of RaZZoRMaN in map number 1. Was a little worried when the expansion came through. It wasn't cancelled as it was 3 days ago. But yeah, in the fights, once again, it showed it's very predictable what RaZZoRMaN is doing. Happy was very prepared for that. His DK never in real trouble. But let's see. Northern Isles is next afterwards. Yeah, RaZZoRMaN a little stubborn. Once again, the army composition a little different with some Kodos, with some Wyvern. Decent timings, but yeah, Happy is just a different beast. Maybe it works a little better on the second map. Otherwise, we have Happy in the quarterfinal where he belongs. Stay tuned. Be right back. We're back with the DreamHack Fall map number 2 about to start, and it looks like we are not getting the miracle some people were hoping for.
Not yet. Anyways, so far between two series, it's looked very decisive, very convincing what Happy has shown here. But, I mean, Nutra also got the 1-0 very one-sidedly, right? So maybe there's a way back. We'll see. RaZZoRMan's still taking a moment here to get ready. And then we'll start map 2.
Yeah, Todd, if you're RaZZoRMan's coach right now, like, what would be your advices to improve on game 2?
Oh my god. I have so much to say. Like, it's honestly, I think he just needs to fix a few details, and then it will already go a lot better. The main thing about last game was the shop, and that one timing that he was trying to go for, he just shouldn't even go for that one at all because Happy was completely ready, as we saw. Other than that, I kind of like the attempt at expanding, but if he had gone and crept instead, that already would have been a lot better.
All right, guys, let's see if this works. Match points for Happy, quarterfinal calling, or it's the big return of RaZZoRMaN. Let's load it.
Happy's favorite map, Northern Isles. I'm gonna make it an effort now to see if Happy ever chooses any other map as his map. But I don't think it is. I think regardless of matchup, this is just always his pick.
Yeah.
Which seems like a bit of specific player preference. I mean, just logically, or just speaking in terms of what's the best map for any given matchup, it can't all be Northern Isles, right? So this, I guess, is just Happy's favorite map, and that's why he picks it?
Yeah, it should be. Somebody should flip the script on him. You know, if I meet him in an open cup, I'm gonna pick Northern Isles. What's up now? Wasn't ready for that, were you?
Especially as human, that's a bold move, Cotton. We're gonna see if it pays off. When was
Okay,
the last
so-
time you played against Happy?
I don't know, a while back. I played him not too long ago, but he was like Elf many times, actually. Which his Elf is actually really good. I lost a couple of games. He was playing the Mass Archer style.
Yeah, in fact, there was one ESL Open Cup where he even won with Night Elf, and I think 2 others where he played and got pretty far. Yeah, his Elf off-race certainly quite good. Tried with Human as well. Didn't get that far that time.
Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, the one where he won with Elf, actually, he won against Blade in the finals, and then the next one, he met Blade in the finals again, but this time he lost, so he took 2nd place the time right after.
Yeah.
He hasn't tried Orc.
I was hoping that he was going to go through with it, with all the races, play all the ESL Cups until he finally wins with all 4 of them. Would be kind of cool. And then maybe pull an Infi, play one with random. But, yeah, hasn't done that yet.
Alright, RaZZoRMaN creeping a little bit. We see Shop closer to his base this time around compared to last game. And I think Happy, last game, he was just... I really hate using this word because it's his nickname, but he was just happy creeping as much as he was to get 2.5. And after that, get easily to level 3 and get the Lich and just camp until he has the orb. I wonder if RaZZoRMaN even picked up on that, like when he attacks. Did he see that there was a Spirit Tower and he's like, okay, if he does that again next game, which he probably will, I should probably just creep instead because he's investing into a tower that's just only good for defense. That's not going to help him offensively.
Yeah, I think he knows by now. Happy does this every game against him. And I guess Happy's mindset is, yeah, I can afford to go for a tower even if it's wasted resources. Falling behind a little bit in army strength as long as I make sure that I don't just get overwhelmed by his over-aggression. RaZZoRMaN, I would love to see him just go for fast level 3 Farseer, creep the greens or whatever, go for the natural, go for an expansion earlier than last time, and go TC, go late game. I think that's the only way you can win here. Get a strong TC, get a strong 60 supply army, hope that Happy doesn't get too strong too fast, because this Shadowhunter, Ensnare, hero focus gimmick, it's not gonna work against somebody probably as solid as Happy.
I think he should attack the base more. Just counter-attack. Maybe even mix in some fortifieds, like when he expands. Like, he found Scroll of the Beast now, by the way. Like, imagine if he gets a Zeppelin, drops the gold mine with 3 raiders, and then clicks on the gold mine.
True. You know what? Scratch what I just said. This is the best course of action. Just go double bestiary, get 3 raiders, maybe 4, pick up the Shadow Hunter, and drop the back of the base, and hope Happy isn't ready. But Happy has certainly seen the Scroll of the Beast now, so this will be in his mind as well. As Happy's being aggressive here, tries to prevent the creeping of the expansion. RaZZoRMaN is in position, trying to set that expo up.
Really? You think he's gonna think about that if he sees the Scroll of the Beast?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the only thing Happy's thinking about right now is the Balenciaga shoes he's gonna buy when he wins this.
What? Which shoes?
Balenciaga. Do you know that?
Hell no.
Dude, this brand is so funny. It looks like shoes from space, and they cost like basically the price pool for second or first place.
Have you
Doesn't
seen
even look
Kanye
cool.
West's new foam jogging shoes?
No,
Glorious.
it's probably
dude.
similar, yeah.
Glorious. I'm gonna get those myself for Christmas. Just wonderful. As all the things that Kanye does, like soon, his presidency, I'm sure. We have tier 3 once again coming in for Happy. Again, delaying the Lich, going for a faster Slaughterhouse. Playing a quite disruptive style here on this map. It's a lot easier to prevent the expansion than on Concealed, just purely because of distances. And because the creep route with level 2 for the DK works out pretty well. And yeah, this peon, I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's waiting for the ship to take off, like Ash when he boarded the SS, whatever it was called. But he's not setting up an expansion.
Yeah, Happy doing a really good job preventing RaZZoRMaN from doing this. So far, he's just gonna hang in there. He's even getting experience here. Another wolf goes down. But now the Shadow Hunter is almost there. Actually, wait. That skeleton of Happy is gonna scout one of the bestiaries. He's gonna see the altar, and he might be able to time... Oh my god, he gets another grunt. He might be able to time perfectly when the Shadow's going out and coming out and just pull back now.
Yeah, the delay here for Happy was absolutely outstanding.
You know, some players, by the way, they do like what I just mentioned with the lab, like a lot. For example, TGW, you know, he expands a lot with Creep Lord. He'll almost always on this map, shortly after expanding, go for the lab, buy Zeppelin, and then drop you. Because he knows he can do economic damage, and you can't really attack his expo on the other side. So
Yeah,
it's kind
also
of sad that
happens.
RaZZoRMaN seems to only focus on targeting heroes.
Yeah. Did you see that game, Chimiko versus 1-0? He also tried to do that. He was top right, went for the Zeppelin, flew into the middle, flew over the marketplace, and there was rifles there. He killed the Zeppelin, killed the Crypt Lord. Game over.
Yeah, 1-2-0 has been having a rough time against some of the humans, actually.
Yeah.
There's quite a few series recently. But
Today against Lin, he played DK first, Crypt Lord first, and Dreadlord first. Only thing missing was the Lich.
Yeah. So this is the timing that Happy
Oh!
was waiting for. Oh my god.
He's
the Death Knight
surrounded!
did so much damage. He blocked him for a bit.
Sick block with the wolf. Man, that was nice. But Happy shows him how it's done. He's like, you think you're the only one who can surround here? As he takes out the grunt right there who was blocked in. And now tier 3 is finished. Happy only forced to buy a heal pot here. Didn't lose a fiend. And now he's going to have the orb in a little bit. Coil Nova comes through. Another grunt going down. Expo, by the way, still not finished. And suddenly RaZZoRMaN only 34 supply left. Looking rough again, Todd.
He's a stubborn man. I tell you that. And now he's gonna have to run away. Happy is like, he was so comfortable holding, he didn't even need to sell the one of Mana Stealing. He can just chill at home, starts a Zig. He can just wait until he has enough gold to buy Orb, and then he'll be pushing in a second. Come on, RaZZoRMaN, go for one of the labs. Oh no, if he starts the expo and he gets creepjacked, because Happy's scouting with a skeleton.
I guess with raiders it's not too easy to creep the lab, but then again with wolves, should be doable.
Maybe it's like, you know what this reminds me of, because he keeps doing the same and like just making very few small adjustments. Reminds me of Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a sick movie, but he just keeps failing, and then it restarts the day, and then he makes one little thing different, and then he fails, and then he fails like 1,000 times. So he needs like 1,000 attempts to eventually defeat the alien, namely Happy here.
Did you notice also that Tom Cruise, like he's oftentimes kind of in charge of what movies he's in and like has part in writing them and stuff.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise in his movies always saves the world. Every time. I feel like that tells us something about his psychology. Again, we're going for the DK here heavily. Once more the TP is forced, but this once again wasn't too cheap. 2 raiders died and a grunt. I suppose a little bit better than on concealed, where it was 3 raiders and a grunt.
Yeah.
Right now, do it, bro. Creep the lab. You can do
Dude,
it.
it's right there. By the way, like the items of RaZZoRMaN really have been quite bad. Like he got 2 ring on his Farseer. Like you should never be tanking with your heroes, so this should have been sold, but he never visits the shop. How could he sell it? Oh, he's gonna counterattack. Okay, he's waiting for Happy to be leaving this area, and then he's gonna counterattack. But Happy knows, so he left the destroyer behind.
Yeah, he's so ready. Oh my god. Look at that. Just D-spools, and suddenly this isn't so scary anymore. There's barely any piercing damage. In fact, there's no piercing damage, so this destroyer can't be taken out. Happy doesn't fall for the bait. He can defend this just with destroyer and ghouls. This Shadow Hunter doesn't even have heal wave, man. He can't even heal up his units. It's a sad day here.
Yeah.
For
These
the
raiders
Croatian man.
are as useful as your Tom Cruise story. Not at all.
What do you mean? I'm sure that was eye-opening to a lot of people out there.
Yeah. Guys, by the way, did you know he tries and save the world in every movie? Yeah, thanks, Remo.
Yeah.
Couldn't have figured it out without you.
Todd being mean again. God damn. I don't know whatever I did to this guy to deserve this. Well, honestly, last week maybe, or was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. You do plenty. Dude,
Yeah,
this is a
Expo-
sad attack, by the way. He can't even kill the slaughterhouse.
Yeah. He's got piercing damage now. Look at that against the destroyer.
Oh
Hey yo.
my It reminds me of that TV show Heroes, you know, like save the cheerleaders, save the world. Right now it's like kill the slaughterhouse, win the game. But he's not even, he doesn't even apply and he can't even kill it.
Yeah. It's a rough day over there on the stock market. Happy's coming back home. He set out what he did. Oh, in the north, and now it was an honor, but it was no chance for RaZZoRMaN. GG and 2-0 for Happy.
All right, no surprise here. Lots of interesting,